These Old Bones is one of my favorite songs that I've ever written. There was an old woman that lived back in the mountains where I grew up, and a lot of people thought that she was a prophet because she kind of knew what people thought and what they said, and she had this little mountain cabin, and so she was just an inspiration to so many people because she seemed to help people with their problems. Well, I love the fall of the year the best of all. October is my favorite month. I love May, but I love the fall. My dad did too. I just always have a feeling in autumn. I don't know if it's because the humidity is out of the air. I don't know if it's because the leaves are so beautiful or that there's just a change in the air, and I like change. I don't know what it is about autumn. I like the temperature. I like the feel. There's some kind of a magical mystery in fall, and I just love that. I love from Thanksgiving, I love October, I love Halloween, I love all just the turkeys and all the leaves that people make all these wonderful arrangements. There's nothing like autumn, and I love it. Well, I guess I could share one recipe. We could make some these old stone soup. Anyway, Mama used to tell the story about stone soup, and Mama would always have us kids gather up a rock of our own, and she would have us wash them off, and Mama just seemed to know when one of us needed a little more attention, so we'd line them up out on the porch, and Mama would go by and say, well, I'm going to pick that one. And she would pick the rock with the kids she thought needed a little extra attention. And then she would put the rock in the soup bowl, and then she would add all these vegetables and all the stuff that she did. And we thought it tasted twice as good because of the stone. But it was really just Mama's love. But truly, I think a good vegetable soup for autumn is great. And you can put a rock in it or not, or an old bone. I love the autumn growing up in the Smoky Mountains. One of my favorite memories of all, and we did it every year because we had our own farm and we grew our own food. We canned our own food and we grew our own corn. And so every autumn, Daddy would build a big old bonfire out in the middle of our field, and we would all gather around that. Mom would take potatoes, and we'd put baked potatoes in it underneath the ashes. We didn't even have it in tin foil or anything. The sweet potatoes and the baked potatoes, Mom would bury them in the ashes around the edge of that, and we would put the corn in there, and so that was how we'd have a big old supper. And we could roast things on it. We'd have sticks that we'd go carry. So being around that big old bonfire in the autumn and having a big old supper with the family, seeing all those sparks flying around in that dark, dark night back there in the mountains with no city lights or nothing, it was just a magical time, and I love that. Still do it to this day, every now and then. Well, you know, I've always loved Elvira, and all through the years, when she used to have her show all the time, I thought, oh, I'd love to do something with her, and I could, dress up with my blonde stuff, and we could do something wonderful together. I think that would been a great thing to do back in the day when she was hot, and I was not as hot, but I always thought, well, we could do something great together. But I would like to do something fun for Halloween sometime, some kind of a scary movie, not to scare the children, but I love it. And I sometimes, with my little nieces and nephews, I'll decorate my whole house out at my farm or down at my office, and we just do a whole big spooky thing. And so I'm big on Halloween, and I love all that. And I used to dress up and go trick-or-treating with my nieces and nephews. I didn't do it the last couple of years, but I usually go with them. I can dress up like Dolly Parton and nobody knows it's me.